Good morning, it's Mrs. Hebert from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship. Today in fourth grade math, we're going to be on week 7, day 4. We are finishing up the standard for MBT B6, and our objective today will be to interpret division word problems as either number of groups unknown or group size unknown. Okay? So let's go ahead and start with the first one, and I kind of marked that one up already for us. So here we go. Kelly separated 618 cookies into baggies. Each baggie contained 3 cookies. How many baggies of cookies did Kelly make? Okay, today we are going to prove our objective using tape diagrams, and then we will solve with a standard algorithm. Okay, so let's make our tape diagram first. Okay. So we know that the total cookies that we have is 618. Okay. Perfect. Now, we know that each baggie contains 3 cookies. They're asking us how many baggies of cookies did Kelly make? So the unknown right now is we do not know the number of groups, okay? We know the size of the group because the size of the groups are 3. Each group is going to have 3 cookies in it. But we do not know the number of groups. That's what we need to figure out. So this would be 3 all the way until we get to the 618. Okay, so we need to divide. We will do the standard algorithm. All right. So today I'm going to show you the standard algorithm. We can use the anchor chart, but you feel free to use your DMSB on the side. You can write down your multiples of 3 like I taught you. Okay. Our main focus today is to use that tape diagram to prove our objective, which is looking at word problems and deciding if we're missing the number of groups or the group size. Okay, so here we go. 3, I'm going to start with division. How many times does 3 go into 6? I know that 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay, so we just multiplied 2 times 3, 6. Subtract, we get 0. And step 4, we bring it down. Now, this one's a little different than any that we have done so far, okay? So we're going to repeat the process, start over, divide. How many times does 3 go into 1? Well, it cannot go in. It can't go into a smaller number. So 0 times. We're going to multiply 0 times 3. I get 0. I will subtract 1 and bring down the 8. Okay. Start the process over. Divide. How many times does 3 go into 18? You know those multiples? Good. We know that 3 times 6 equals 18. Okay. So you just multiplied. And when we subtract, we get 0. So we know that there are 206 baggies. Okay. And to prove that we did it correctly, we will multiply 206 times 3. Remember, this is just to make sure we have it correct. It's always good to prove your answer. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry. 0 times 3 is 0, plus 1 more is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 618. Perfect. Now, believe it or not, sometimes, the teachers make mistakes too, right? So we need to check our work because I've caught myself making a mistake and I'm like, oh, I need to go back and fix it. All right, let's try one more. All right. Got ahead of myself. Selena's dog completed an course that was 932 meters long. There were 4 parts to the course, all equal in length. How long was one part of the course? Okay, so we know that the course was 932 meters long. We know there's 4 parts, and they're all equal. They want to find out how much is one part, okay? Let's fix that. How much is one part? Okay, so we know, if we look back at our objective, we know the number of groups, okay? But the group size, like what is in the group, is unknown. Okay, we know there's 4 groups. Let's make our tape diagram. And when I split something into 4s, I'm going to first cut it in half, the best that I can. Okay. And then I cut the halves in half to make quarters. 4 pieces. Okay. So we know that this part right here is 932. What we need to figure out is what all these parts are. And they specifically want 1, but guess what? They're all going to be equal. Okay. So we're going to use the standard algorithm to solve. So we have 4 into 932, or we can say 932 divided by 4. Let's start. Divide. How many times does 4 go into 9? I know it goes in twice. Multiply. 2 times 4. We get 8. Subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring down that 3. Okay, start the process over. How many times does 4 go into 13? Well, 4, 8, 12, 3 times. Multiply. 3 times 4, I know is 12. You'll get faster and faster the more you practice. Subtract, and I get 1. Bring down. Okay. Oh, look at perfect. How many times does 4 go into 12? We know the fact 4 times 3 equals 12. So it was in 3 times. Okay. 12 minus 12 is 0. We are done. Our quotient is 233. So we know we can answer our question. We know that each part has 233. So the answer, how long was one part of the course? One part of the course is 233 meters long. Okay? So let's just double check that. Use our multiplication, make sure we're right. 233 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12, and 1 more is 13. 2 times 4 is 8, and 1 more is 9. Look at that, 932. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and complete that exit ticket today. You'll notice that one of these is your freebie, and you have a great day. Mrs. Hebert saying goodbye. All right, have a good one.